Additionally, with this horse, so I know you're a very good handicapper as well, and going into this race, Cave Rock obviously was going to be the short price favorite, but Forte having had a race over this track, do you think that gave him a bit of an advantage?
Yeah, I think it's one of the reasons why we ran here instead of there. Not only did it give him an advantage, the way the race played out, where he was, he had to fight the whole down the wire with that horse Loggins. I think that really helped him for when he got alongside Cave Rock. You know, listen, Cave Rock's numbers are incredible. You know, but one thing we saw was all West Coast races. First time he's really shifting across halfway through the country. And then I would also say, you know, Baffin's an amazing trainer, but you know, he has 4 horses out of 7 in the race. Okay, you go first, you go second, you go third. It's like kind of, you know, they don't go 4 across the track. So whoever owns that one, I thought he would go since he was coming out of 2 6-furlong races. He was 70 to 1. I should buy that guy dinner tonight.
And a bottle of wine. Rory, so representing Vinny and Teresa, and I know been partners, you know, with Mike Repole and the family for a long time. Just sort of take us through, you know, what their reaction was to this win.
Sure. Needless to say, the phone was ringing off the hook just as the nose was touching the finish line. I couldn't even answer fast enough. It's a special feeling, and it's not even fair to call it a partnership that St. Elias and Repole has, because as Mike, I think, so correctly described, it's extended family. And it's just such a special feeling to be there, celebrating it together. And it really is a family feeling. And Vinny and Teresa are so passionate about the sport, have been their whole lives. And to have this happen at the Breeders' Cup, it's a special feeling just to have a horse make the Breeders' Cup. And then to win at Keeneland. We had Liam's Map win here last time, and it's just an absolutely unbelievable feeling. And as Mike described, I mean, it's such a team effort, from the breeder who bred an unbelievable horse, to the team that picks out the horse, to the O'Farrells at Ocala Stud that broke the horse, Todd and his team, IRAD, and then just everything about it. It's a team effort, and it's just so rewarding when it works. And it was an unbelievable field. I mean, and Forte just ran such an unbelievable race, and to beat a field like that, it's an incredible feeling.
I'll turn this over to questions from the press, but additionally now you're the favorite for the Kentucky Derby at this point in time and for the year-end championship. So anybody with a question for Mike Repole and connections here of Forte?
Yeah, Neil Maurice from the Press Association in England. Mike, Forte means strength, and that colt certainly showed it in abundance today. To pick up the way he did, is that, I'm not familiar with him, I'm English, but is that his racing style?
You know, Todd, when he part of the team picked him out, Todd was very involved. He looks like violence, big horse, and you know, Vinny and I and Teresa have had some good luck with some Italian names like Vino Rosso. He did okay, and Forte meaning strong, and you know, I got my little pod of a cup of espresso says Forte. It's a Forte brand, so I have that too. So I'm gonna have one of these right after the race, and but yeah, strong, and it's just you know, just a strong word, Forte, and it's a great name, but when it's given to a great horse, it becomes a great name. Exactly. We've had enough of the press, so that's the stop. You have to go there. You can't talk.
Okay, quickly, so we can let them go get some champagne.
Mike, the fractions were remarkably similar to the last race here, other than the half, but I think the quarter and three-quarter were the same. Did you see similarities in the way the race was run beyond just the clock?
You know, I mean, if you look at the first couple races on the dirt, you would think it was just speed favorite. And I don't know what they did when they went to turf. I don't know if they, you know, they went over it, whatever, but the way the horse that won the race actually was on the lead wire to wire, came from way back. But she did stay on the rail the whole time. Irad knew that the 1 and the 3 would probably go out. He was going to get to the rail. He got to the rail. Looked like he wanted to get out earlier, and he couldn't. But you know, Forte did that last time, and again, that's where Irad is Irad. You know, some jockeys would just try to make a 6-wide move, and he's going to sit there. But you know what? The horse has to let him sit there, and the experience that he got, in the Sanford when he got behind horses and couldn't get through, the Hopeful when he came up the rail, and his last race here where he kind of went 4 wide. This horse has been winning in, honestly, 1.25 mile performance, and it looks like he's just going to get better and better and better.
Where do you go from here?
2-year-old championships, Eclipse Awards, Palm Beach, wherever they're having it this year. And, listen, it started here for me, 12 years ago. I won a little race here called the Breeders' Cup with Juvenile with Uncle Mo, and I think that's the first time people heard of Repole stable. And, I love racing, and I used to bring my grandmother to the track. She passed away about 2.5 years ago, and she used to always have the Repole stable hat, come down to the winner's circle, and she passed away about 2 years ago, and 7 years ago I got this, what's your name? Joya. I got my daughter Joya, and now, my grandmother had a big personality, and I think I have a little bit of a big personality, but she's right behind both of us. I wanted a girl with my wife's personality. I only got half of it, but now to have, kind of goes full circle from Uncle Mo to Forte, to my 93-year-old grandmother who passed away, to my 7-year-old daughter Joya. So, listen, it's been, I don't even know. It's hard for me to express like since the Belmont Stakes, what's happening. I mean, my whole family thinks you just show up and you win a grade 1 and that's normal. I mean, I think it's 8 now, 8 grade 1 since June. I mean, people don't win 8 grade 1s in their lifetime. People don't win 8 grade 1s ever, and it's just, I'm not fooled about how blessed I am that this is happening, and I don't see how this could ever happen again. I'm just being honest with you. Even though I did my 100 yearlings, but that's another story.
Well, congratulations.